What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to today's trade recap. Today is 11/12/2025. I took one trade today. Here it is right here. It was a 15-minute continuation short down towards this intermediate low and this unfilled 15-minute gap, and we'll get into it in a second. Here's my P&L. Made $1,000 across, I don't know, what is that, like 18 accounts. And then on my top step, I de-risked, just trying to build buffer, and I didn't want to risk anything. So I ended up making, how much did I make today? $595 across 5 accounts. Here's my 5x phase. So about $2,500 on top step today. It was a pretty decent day. Give me 1 second. Let's go into the morning. So here's what I was looking at coming in this morning. I was leaning super bullish coming into this morning. What the heliante? Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. So I was leaning super bullish coming into this morning because if you come and look at the 1 hour chart, obviously this candle wasn't all the way down here yet, but we are just super bullish, right? We had a daily fair value gap right here. So I was like, okay, if we are just starting to displace through all these like rejection points I want to see, we can possibly go down towards previous day low down here, which is also an entry point to a daily fair value gap. However, what I wanted to see at market open was us come down, take out Asia, right? Take out these intermediate lows that were inside of this 1 hour fair value gap. We take out Asia, and then Asia was like the lowest point I wanted to see price go before I turned my bias to bearish. So we ended up displacing right through Asia. We ended up coming down into this 1 hour gap. There was no entry point. If we come down, we just shit the bed literally at market open. And we ended up coming down into this 1 hour gap, which was also, looks like, New York PM lows from yesterday. We're also inside of this 15-minute gap over here as well. Fuck, can you guys even see that? Yeah, you guys can see it. So we ended up shitting the bed all the way down, and at this point in time, I was like, okay, I'm flipping my bias to bearish. There's no more bullish sentiment presenting itself. We did have SMTs at these lows up here, but then we ended up just displacing through everything. So we ended up opening up this giant 15-minute fair value gap, and at that point in time, we got a 10 a.m. open high. So this was perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to see. 15-minute opened up perfectly. 10 a.m. opened right here. Here's 10 a.m. open. We instantly opened high into this 15-minute fair value gap. We rejected it perfectly. We had a 3-minute inversion with this tiny fair value gap right here. We had a 2-minute inversion with this tiny fair value gap right here. And this entry point was actually so premium for me that I actually didn't even enter off the initial leg down. However, I seen price starting to like reject this area. We rejected this 1 minute for value gap. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to enter off the rejection. I ended up getting my entry point like right here. My limit orders were actually set to this 1 minute for value gap, which if I would have left it there, we would have banked today. Just know we would have banked a 76 point take profit, a 1 to 4. But honestly, I didn't do that. I ended up just manually entering. And my stops were at the top of this 1 minute for value gap because I figured, all right, if we're going to come all the way up here anyway, then I'm probably going to get stopped out even if my stop loss was at these swing highs. So a lot of questions I'm probably going to get asked is why wasn't I worried about this internal SMT that was going on right here, right when I entered? So I entered, right? And ES was trading a lot lower. So we had an internal SMT. The reason why is I was pretty convicted that we were going to go lower because we had clear targets. Not only did Nasdaq have this unfilled 15-minute right here, along with previous day lows, which is also a daily fair value gap that is unfilled, but we had these internal lows down here. Sorry, I just blanked out for a second. We had these internal lows, and ES had clear draws lower as well. So they had this unfilled 4-hour gap along with this 1 hour gap, which was also an entry point to a 15-minute gap as well. And I don't know if there was a 5-minute. I didn't scale down to the 5-minute. But yeah, it looks like there was an unfilled 5-minute right here as well. So ES had clear draws lower. That's the reason I was so, or I didn't worry about the SMT, was because I was so convicted that we were at least going to go lower for the time being. And my take profits was literally only set to this unfilled 15-minute gap. So I was like, okay, we can possibly see a rejection off that 15-minute. So I'm not going to hold. I wanted to hold runners down towards the daily gap, but I was like, okay, we're starting to see a little rejection. I ended up taking 1 con out on my Tradeify cup accounts, 1 con out right here. And then I seen a rejection. I ended up taking another one out like right here too. So I was going to hold them all the way down here, but I started seeing rejection, didn't like it. So I just full closed on my Tradeify cup accounts. On all my other accounts though, I just went one take profit right here for a 1-to-1 or 1.35 RR, and yeah, that was basically it. It was just a 15-minute continuation, 10 a.m. open high down towards this unfilled 15-minute gap, and ES had jaws lower as well. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead, leave them in the comments. Code LoeGpa on Lucid Trades, 70, or it's like $75 all in for a 50K account. It's like 40% off right now, 35% off. So go check it out, do your own research. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you up boys tomorrow.